Hello and welcome to Luna English Podcast. I'm Luna, and as I'm recording this, there's a gentle rain tapping at my window. It's one of those days where the world feels a little quieter, a little softer. If you find this episode helpful, or if you simply enjoy these calm, reflective moments together, I'd be grateful if you'd like and subscribe. It helps me know that these conversations are reaching you wherever you are in the world. Now, let's settle in. Today, I want to talk about something that's not always comfortable. Discomfort itself. Discomfort is often a signal, isn't it? A little nudge that something is shifting, that you're on the edge of change. It's not the same as danger, though our bodies sometimes confuse the two. Discomfort is that flutter in your chest before you try something new, or the awkwardness of speaking a language you're still learning. I remember my first time teaching English abroad. I was so nervous. My hands shook, my voice wobbled, and I felt completely out of place. But those uncomfortable moments, as strange as they felt, were the ones that changed me most. They taught me that growth doesn't always feel good at first. In fact, it often feels quite the opposite. But if you can stay with it just a little longer, you might find that discomfort is actually the doorway to becoming someone new. Let's talk about comfort zones for a moment. It's so tempting to stay where things are familiar, isn't it? We all have routines that make us feel safe. Same places, same people, same habits. But over time, if we never step outside that circle, it can start to shrink. What once felt like protection can quietly become a limitation. I've noticed this in my own life. There was a period when I stopped trying new things. My days were peaceful, but after a while, I realised I wasn't learning, or even feeling much excitement. It was as if I was living the same day over and over. It wasn't until I made one small change, something as simple as taking a different route home, that I felt a spark again. That's the power of small, intentional risks. Speaking a new language, starting a new habit, even if it feels awkward at first, can gently expand your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Just a little stretch each day is enough to remind yourself that you're capable of more than you think. I like to think of bravery as something gentle, not loud or dramatic. It's those tiny acts of courage, what I call stretch moments, that build real confidence over time. Maybe it's raising your hand in class, or saying hello to someone new, or even just trying to pronounce a tricky word in English. These moments might feel small, but they add up. I remember a student who was very shy, barely speaking above a whisper. Each week, I encouraged them to say just one sentence out loud. It was uncomfortable for them, but slowly, I watched their confidence grow. They didn't become fearless overnight, but with each stretch, they became a little braver, a little more resilient. The key is to notice when discomfort is an invitation to grow, rather than a warning to stop. If you can recognise those moments, you can start to build a foundation of self-trust, one gentle step at a time. So, how can you bring this idea into your daily life? Maybe today you could try one small thing that feels just a bit outside your comfort zone. It could be starting a conversation, trying a new activity, or even just sitting with a feeling you'd usually avoid. When you notice discomfort, try to observe it without judgment. Instead of thinking, "This is bad," you might say, "This is new." At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect. How did that stretch affect your confidence? What did you learn about yourself? Sometimes, the smallest acts of courage can have the biggest impact on how we see ourselves. Growth is easier when you're not alone. If you can, seek out communities or online spaces where people share their journeys and challenges. There's something powerful about knowing others are stretching themselves too. Try sharing your discomforts and small victories with a friend or mentor. It helps to say things out loud, to be witnessed in your efforts. You might also consider keeping a growth journal. Write down your experiences with discomfort, the lessons you're learning, and the progress you're making. Over time, you'll see just how far you've come, even if the steps felt small in the moment. One thing I've learned is that growth isn't always quick or straightforward. It's important to be patient and gentle with yourself. When you face discomfort, try speaking kindly to yourself. Remind yourself that it's a necessary part of becoming who you want to be. Set realistic expectations. Progress might be slow, and that's perfectly fine. You might find it helpful to establish a mindfulness routine, like deep breathing or a short meditation, to stay present during those uncomfortable moments. This can help you build resilience and keep a positive mindset, even when things feel challenging. If you have a personal goal that feels a bit daunting, try breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps. Maybe you want to join a workshop or start a new social activity. Instead of focusing on the whole journey, look for the first small step you can take. Schedule regular check-ins with yourself or with someone you trust to reflect on your progress. Celebrate the small wins and don't be afraid to adjust your approach as you go. Growth is a process, and it's okay to move at your own pace. Reflection is such a powerful tool. Set aside a little time each week to review your growth journal, or simply to think about moments when discomfort led to something positive. You might create a visual reminder, a chart, or even a few sticky notes to track your small victories. This can help reinforce your commitment and remind you of how far you've come. And don't forget to express gratitude for your willingness to face discomfort. It's a vital part of building resilience and self-trust. If you're looking for a way to keep growing, try identifying one area in your life where you'd like to stretch. List 3 small actions you can take this week that might feel a bit uncomfortable. Set a reminder to review your growth journal at the end of the week, focusing on how those moments of discomfort contributed to your development. And if you can, share your upcoming challenge with a friend or mentor. Having someone to encourage you and hold you accountable can make all the difference. Sometimes discomfort brings unexpected lessons. Take a moment to reflect on recent experiences where feeling uncomfortable led to new insights or skills. Write these lessons down to reinforce your growth. If you notice a recurring source of discomfort, try brainstorming a few different ways to respond. This can help you build resilience and flexibility. And if you feel comfortable, share your experiences with someone you trust. Talking about discomfort can help normalize it and deepen your understanding of the growth process. Discomfort isn't just about personal growth, it can also be a bridge to connection. Reach out to a community or group where people share their growth stories. Listen to how others have used discomfort as a stepping stone. If you have a personal challenge that involves social interaction or vulnerability, prepare a small step to initiate it this week. And try acknowledging your discomfort openly, whether with a friend or in your journal. Sometimes sharing these feelings can deepen your connections and support your journey. Let's revisit the idea of lasting growth. Choose a specific area where you want to develop and list 3 small, discomfort-inducing actions to try this week. Set a reminder to check your growth journal at the end of the week, focusing on how discomfort contributed to your progress. And don't forget to share your challenge with someone who can encourage you. Accountability and encouragement can help you stay committed to embracing discomfort. One way to empower yourself is through visualization. Imagine yourself successfully navigating an uncomfortable situation. Notice how it feels to come out the other side. If you notice limiting beliefs or self-doubt, try to challenge them. Replace them with affirmations of your resilience. Each week, set an intention to seek out and reflect on at least one new discomfort-inducing activity. Afterwards, notice the emotional and personal growth you've experienced. Over time, these small acts can transform discomfort into a source of strength. Developing a growth mindset means seeing discomfort as an opportunity, not a threat. Practice daily affirmations that remind you of your ability to adapt and grow. If you notice fears around discomfort, like fear of failure or rejection, try reframing them as chances to learn. Each week, set a goal to try something new that pushes your boundaries. Afterwards, reflect on your feelings and the lessons you've learned. This practice can help you build confidence and resilience, one experience at a time. Consistency is key to lasting growth. Try to develop a daily routine that includes small discomforts, maybe speaking in a new language or trying a new activity. Set aside time each week to reflect on your progress. Notice any patterns in how you respond to discomfort and adjust your approach as needed. You might also create an accountability partnership with a friend or mentor. Share your challenges, celebrate your successes, and keep each other motivated over the long term. To keep your growth journey alive, establish a weekly routine of seeking out discomfort in different areas, maybe a new hobby, an unfamiliar social situation, or a new skill. Keep a detailed journal of your experiences, focusing on your emotional responses and the insights you gain. Find an accountability partner or join a community group where you can share your challenges and victories. This ongoing support can help you stay motivated and continue learning from each new stretch. As you become more comfortable with discomfort, look for ways to integrate it into your daily routines. You might start your day with a morning affirmation or end it with an evening reflection prompt. Notice any internal narratives that resist discomfort and gently challenge them. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering statements. You could even create a personalized discomfort map, visualizing areas where you want to grow and planning small targeted actions to expand your boundaries. For long-term transformation, develop a comprehensive action plan that weaves discomfort-inducing activities into your weekly schedule. Connect with others who are also committed to growth through discomfort, so you can encourage and support each other. Set up a regular review process, maybe once a month, where you assess your progress, reflect on lessons learned, and adjust your strategies. This helps ensure that your growth is consistent and meaningful over time. Reflection is a powerful way to build resilience. Try establishing a weekly ritual where you review your discomfort experiences, noting patterns of growth and areas where you'd like to challenge yourself further. Create a gratitude list, specifically acknowledging moments when discomfort led to positive change. You might also design a visual growth map, charting your challenges and successes. This can serve as a motivational tool, reminding you of your ongoing journey. Think about a time when embracing discomfort led to a breakthrough for you. Prepare to share this story in a supportive setting. It could inspire others and reinforce your own confidence. Create a set of affirmations that remind you of your resilience and your ability to handle discomfort. Practice them daily. You might also design a small, ongoing project that involves regularly stepping into discomfort, like hosting a discussion group or taking a new class. This helps embed growth into your routine. To sustain your growth, develop a habit of weekly self-assessment. Take time to evaluate your progress and refine your strategies for facing discomfort. Build a support system by connecting with others on similar journeys. Celebrate your milestones, no matter how small. They're proof of your courage. You might even set up a reward system to reinforce positive associations with discomfort challenges. Remember, growth is a journey, not a destination. If you have a long-term goal that pushes your boundaries, try breaking it down into quarterly milestones, each with its own discomfort-inducing activities. Develop a resilience toolkit, maybe deep breathing, grounding exercises, or positive affirmations, to use when things feel tough. Schedule monthly reflection sessions to evaluate your progress, celebrate breakthroughs, and adjust your practices. This helps ensure that your growth continues, even as your goals evolve. Vulnerability can be uncomfortable, but it's also the key to deeper connections. Practice sharing your discomfort stories with trusted friends or mentors. Join a community focused on personal growth, where vulnerability is normalized and supported. Reflect regularly on your experiences with discomfort and vulnerability, noticing how these moments have strengthened your relationships and your self-awareness. Look for specific routines or habits you can add to your daily schedule that intentionally introduce small discomforts. Maybe it's trying a new activity each morning or starting a conversation with someone new. Set up a weekly reflection session to review your experiences, noting your emotional responses and the lessons you've learned. You might also create a visual discomfort map, highlighting areas where you want to grow and planning small actions to expand your boundaries. If you have a personal challenge involving social interaction or vulnerability, prepare a small step to initiate it this week. Practice acknowledging your discomfort openly, whether with a friend or in your journal. Explore how sharing these feelings can deepen your connections and support your growth. Reach out to a community where members share their stories and listen to how others have used discomfort as a stepping stone.